It's to all of you, actually.
They asked how was it to have Pops here, have him around. Nah, but he was excited, man, to have him come to media day. He was so geeked to get his pictures taken and just follow me around. So I'm excited that he out here.
Will there be like a lot of videos of him on the scoreboard at in games this year, or like what's the plan with all that?
Nah. He just gotta be our #1 fan. He can't overstep.
Do you guys like seeing him as like, all you guys are like, right? Is that fun to see? Like, just this personality?
Yeah, just the energy he brings. And like Courtney said, he's the #1 fan. So it's nice to have someone who's like that and loud about it on your side.
On media day, let's talk a little bit about what you thought the unrivaled impact will be on the league. When you look at what you guys accomplished, what do you think the biggest impact of that accomplishment will have on the league as a whole?
Well, I think first of all, it'll be really interesting to see how people start the year as opposed to other years, just having that competition and unrivaled. But also, I think it just was an example of what women's sports could be, like how to treat athletes, how to pay athletes, what the experience should be like. Now that we've experienced that in unrivaled, I think taking that to our teams and into our CBA negotiations is going to be good.
Lynn, you mentioned working on your graduate degree. Where are you going to school?
I'm going to school in Australia. It's called Monash University.
Okay. And what's your degree going to be in?
Psychology. So it's like a bridging course right now. It's called an honours year. So I'm doing an honours year, and then I'll hopefully get into masters after that.
What spurred you to want to continue and further your education at this point?
Being a woman.
Enough said.
Yeah, no. Being a woman, I want to prepare for post my career, but also I like to have a balance in my life of just not just basketball, but stuff outside that I can focus on, and that's a special interest of mine. So I'd like to further my knowledge about that.
Are you doing any work during the season, or is this all kind of off season?
No, I'm doing it right now. So I'm writing my research at the moment.
Yeah, I think you mentioned last year being a bad influence to distract Lance sometimes when she had studies going. How hard is it to stay in your room on the road and do homework when people are
Me? It's so hard.
Who's the worst influence on the team?
This guy. And I played with Courtney this is the 3rd year in a row. So we had a lot of fun in Chicago. Last year I had to chill out a little bit. But
This year we going up.
Yeah, this year I kind of got my feet under me. So I know how to manage my time a bit better. So yeah, I feel like these guys would be a good influence this year. Yeah.
Do you guys remember last year when a fan live tweeted one of your preseason games and got 200,000 people following the game? Now this year the league is putting preseason games on TV. Can you just talk about what that means in terms of another step for this league, and do you kind of wish it had happened earlier?
I think it just means growth. Yes, I think it could have happened earlier, but I'm glad that we're making the adjustment for this year. And they see the demand. Everyone wants to watch women's sports right now. It's really hot, especially women's basketball. So I'm glad that they're making an adjustment and trying to meet that demand.
Next step will be getting links on one of those ESPN preseason broadcasts, right?
You would think.
Court, at Media Day, with us at least, you spoke second out of the players. And then something that stood out to me is almost every player after you credited your leadership, your vocalness, taking players aside, all the way down the roster. Just how important is it to you to be that leader vocally? And how important is it to take, even people at the end of the roster aside and help them at this time?
Yeah, I think it was done for me. So all you could do is kind of pass it along. I had some amazing vets when I first got into this league that taught me so much. So I just want them to feel that same love. Whether you made the team, whether you don't make the team, it's still going to get carried with you as you go on your next journey. So I just want them to know, we got y'all.
Where you're such a strong, just follow up on that, where you have such a strong voice and personality. Are you someone who just tells people what they need to hear, or do you adjust the way that message comes out to different players?
No. I'll answer. I got this.
Hey, I think the biggest thing is that I build a relationship outside of basketball. So when I do get on your a little bit when we out here, it's coming from a place of love because I talk to you outside of basketball. I think you find that disconnect when people don't build relationships off the court, and then they like, when you get on the court, it's like, all right, chill on me. They don't give me that energy.
On that same point, it's probably great that you have teammates up here with you, but I don't know if you saw it on Washington Mystics Media Day. Their rookie Lucy Olsen was asked who in the league she looks up to. You were the only player she mentioned due to influence in the mid-range, and she wants to be like you in the mid-range. That was kind of her game in college. And then her coach doubled down on that without separately. So what does it mean to you when you hear other younger players in the league saying, I want to be like Courtney Williams?
I mean everything. Honestly, that's what I want my legacy to be. I know everybody got different goals, but I want my legacy to kind of be, when I get done with this, I want to be known as one of the best mid-range shooters that came through the W. So I know I got to beat out Simone a little bit, but I got time.
What's that relationship with Cheryl like this year as opposed to last year in training camp?
We just told her she being a little bit nice. But I think it's because she trusts us more. So it's like, you take it with a grain of salt. Like, she trusts us. Like, obviously, we older now. We went through it one time before, but we just told her, we still need that dog, though. Get after us. So, get after me a little bit more. If you seeing me not doing certain things, yeah, you trust me more, but still, keep that fire on me.